What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 3 of the 2K Robinhood Options Trading Challenge. In this series, we started with a Robinhood account of 2K, and we are trying to grow that account to 3K as quickly as possible. The rules are simple: options only. That means no stock positions. And in this video, we are going to cover all the trades that were made during the week of August 15th and see how much we were able to profit. And trust me, this is a spicy one this week. We have a lot of volatility in the account. So before we get into all that, if you like the video, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that sub button. Let's start off with a little bit of market analysis. So here we have SPY, which is the S&P 500. This is where we're making most of our trades. And what we're looking at is Bollinger Bands around the stock. We have an RSI down here, Relative Strength Index, and we have the MACD. The MACD, really nothing going on there. RSI was trading a little bit high. You can see in here is trading around 70 on the 15th, so the start of the week. And then we can look up at the chart itself and see on the 15th we were trading up near the top Bollinger Band. So our market analysis here from the start is, okay, the market is due for just a little bit of a pullback. We can see that we're trading here at the top, and it's going to experience a little bit of pullback, and it's a lot more difficult for the stock to continue running up past this Bollinger Band. So that was our kind of take on the market for this week. But what we could see is we ran up, on Monday, and that is where we ran into a little bit of trouble this week. We started off the week by doing the one thing last week that I said I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to make day trades. So we start off Monday by making a day trade, and this was just a terrible decision all the way around. So I was looking for a 90%, chance of profitability, and I couldn't find anything that was, felt really good. So I ended up, around that 87 and then 93%. And what I found is these day of trades, they just don't seem to work out. You have to predict the market right. You have to predict the way the market's moving. And then Robinhood also stops you out at 2 o'clock on a day trade. So they close out your trade no matter what's going on. Like we saw last week with the QQQ trade, where it closed out for $3 when I would have been profitable. I would have kept those $3 if the trade had gone all the way through. Robinhood still closes you out. So here we see that we get filled on this trade for $10, and it was a terrible mistake. Here we have the closeout order for that trade. So as you can see, it ended up being a terrible trade. We received a credit on the front end of $10, and we had to close out the trade for $37, like you can see here. And the other thing to note is Robinhood, like I mentioned, they close out the trade early. So on August 15th, so Monday, they closed the trade at 2 p.m., even though the market closed at 3 p.m. So overall, terrible thing, terrible trade to make, and not a great way to start the week. So after that first trade, I was kind of, looking at things, looking at the market, and remembering again what I said last video. And what I said last video is that I was going to try and trade a little further out. So what we do is we come in here, we're looking at the S&P 500, we're looking at the weekly chart, seeing where it's kind of traded at, and we go out to Friday. So I'm trying to keep these trades still within a week, so these videos, make sense. They have a very clear, start and finish for the week. And here we go out to August 19th. And what looks interesting to me is the 436, 437. So it looks like I'm able to collect maybe $9, $10 in there. But what we'll see is I put in the trade for $9, and I end up only getting filled actually for $8. I don't have that recorded, but I do have it in Robinhood history. So we only get a fill for $8 on this trade. But overall, we'll see how that plays out, having a little bit more time on this call credit spread. Here we have another trade that occurred on Monday, and you can see already there we're at 429. So we're above that first trade, the lower strike on that first trade. So we are already, experiencing a lot of pain this week. And what I needed to do is come in here and be aggressive again. So we looked out on Wednesday and we saw that the market's going up. We wanted to trade a call credit spread. So we came in here and we put in a spread for the 436, 437 strikes, and we were able to get a fill here at $8. So on Tuesday, we came out and we were looking at the market again, and exactly what we wanted to happen happened. So the market started to go down a little bit, and this gave us the opportunity to turn that call credit spread into an iron condor by trading a put credit spread underneath it. So we spent a little bit of time here looking at these strikes because we're looking at that 421 and that 420, and it looks like a good pairing in there, but at the same time, the market's been very positive. So I feel like there's a little bit of pullback here, and I'm like, it's time to be aggressive, especially after that loss. So we end up putting the trade in at 421, 422 put spread. And what we end up getting filled for is $10. So what you'll see here is we put this order in and we get the fill here for $10. So this is good, positive stuff to help us get back on track. So on Wednesday, we stuck to our word. We did not make a day trade for Wednesday, but it did present a good opportunity to look out to Friday. We were looking at what the market had going on. The market was kind of dipping, starting to pull back. So what we saw is a good opportunity to trade another put credit spread. So we came down here, we were looking again at the 90% chance of profitability, and we found the 417, 416. And from the chart, that looked okay. It looked like we weren't going to run into problems. And what our hope was that we could put on this trade at 417, 416 today. And then on Thursday, we could put on again a call credit spread and make another iron condor. So what you can see here is we end up putting this trade in for $6 and we end up getting the fill again at $6. On Thursday, the market did exactly what we were hoping for. So it bounced up a little bit in the morning, and we saw that again as an opportunity to trade a call credit spread to complete the iron condor. So we came out here, we looked around the 90% chance of profit. So we went here with the 434 and 435 call credit spread, and we were only able to collect $5, which I don't love. That's not a whole lot of premium, but with it only being, a day and a half out, not a big deal. So we end up putting it in here for $5. And it takes a while to actually get the fill. What you'll see here is it kind of just sits there pending for a bit, and then we end up actually trying to replace the order, and we end up finally getting the fill as we go to replace the order. So here I go in to replace the order, and it actually says it was executed and it was filled. So I just dismiss this and basically see that 1 of 1 is filled. So I back out of this screen and just double check, make sure everything went through. And you'll see the 3 trades, the one we made on Monday and then the one we made Wednesday and Thursday. Here we have that spreadsheet that shows all the trades that we have made in this challenge. So you can see week 1, week 2. Week 2 was very spicy, a lot of bad things happening that week, and then week 3. So if you haven't seen week 1 and week 2 videos, go check those out. They're on the channel already. And then week 3, we just went over. So here you can kind of note again that first trade that we made, the $10 one that we ended up having to close for minus $37. That was rough, kind of affected the whole week. But in total, we were still able to be up $11. So I did add over here kind of how all our trades are looking. So you can see the first week we were able to profit $29. The second week we were down $34. We traded a lot of bad call credit spreads that week. That was tough. And then this week, week 3, we're actually up $11. And you will note here that in total we are up $6. What you'll see here on the Robinhood account is that it says we're up around $11 to $12 from the 2000 mark. That takes into consideration the $5 to $6 that we actually received in NVIDIA shares at the start of opening our Robinhood account. So just keep that in mind. We're actually only up $6 on this account, which, not very great, but we're starting to turn a corner, I feel like, and we're starting to get on a good path going forward. Here we have the full account. I like showing you the week chart so you get an idea of what all happened. So we started the week again, basically at 2000, at the amount of money that we put in. We were actually down, if you want to think about it, around $6 because again, we had those NVIDIA shares that Robinhood gave us when we opened our account. And, Monday, right, it started looking okay. And as that trade went against us, the account just tanked down. So you can see at the lows by the end of Monday, we were down to $1,963, around $64. So overall, not looking good. But from there, the account recovered very strong. So we kind of just had a bunch of, consistently up days after that. And we were able to finish the week at $2,012. And overall, a lot of positivity. I do have one spread open. So this is kind of a sneak peek at next week. So I did make a trade on Friday that'll be in next week's video. And that's a 415, 414 put spread. So overall, I think I traded it for $7 I was able to collect. And, right now it's down $1. So that is that extra dollar that you're seeing in there, just to, be completely transparent with you guys. And with that, I hope you guys appreciate the transparency, on all these trades, showing you every trade that I'm making, everything that's going on with the account balance, everything like that. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure you drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, have a wonderful rest of your day.